What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and if it's not welcome back, subscribe. Hopefully today I could either teach you how to do axle stalls or 50/50s, or improve on your axle stalls in 50/50s. So like I'm going to recommend in all of my videos, you're going to want to start on a smaller ramp and then move up to the bigger ones when you get more comfortable. So the tricks you're going to want to know before learning an axle stall would probably just be a kick turn, a simple kick turn like in my previous videos I've done. You don't have to know how to drop in yet, but it could help to learn the transition of the ramp. So you're going to start off learning the axle stall the same way that I've taught kick turns in a video I've done before. When you get the motion down of doing the 90-degree kick turns, you're going to move on to a bigger and bigger ramp slowly once you get more comfortable. And when you move up to a bigger ramp, you want to start low and slowly make your way to the top until you can make it to that coping. And you don't necessarily have to make it up top yet until you can get comfortable doing that. You can do it on the sides too. Now once you have your axle stalls done on the side and you think you're ready to move on to the top, you're going to want to go ahead and set your board up top. It could be very scary, especially on this because this is spine transfer. But when you get up here, once you get your board set up, you're going to want your wheels locked in tight up against the coping. And once you get both feet set on the bolts, I wouldn't start on the tail because then you pick up, start to get scary. So get set up, walk up, put both feet on the bolts, and then whichever foot is your back foot. So whichever truck is your back truck, slide that one off so the your wheels are hanging off, and this one should be locked in on the coping if you're up top on a platform, not on a spine like this. And once you get that one slide off, you're going to want to slide this foot, wiggle it up to the tail, and you're going to rotate your shoulders in, rotate your shoulders towards your back foot, and then in as if you were dropping in. And when you're doing your axle stalls on top, I strongly suggest you know how to drop in so you can get the motion of it. But it's different when you're doing them on the side. That's totally fine as well. Bigger one because axle stalls are easier on a quarter pipe with a platform instead of that spine transfer, so I can demonstrate the sliding a little bit easier. So once you set your board up, you're going to put your front foot on first, make sure it's locked in tight. Make sure it's locked in tight to the coping. Step on the bolts, step forward, so you're on the bolts. At this point you should be able to slide around, get comfy. Until you're there, you can wiggle that back foot just into the pocket. I wouldn't go deep onto the tail. Just into the pocket. I wouldn't go high up onto the tail here. I would just keep it nice and comfortable in the pocket. The front one on the bolts, slide that back end off. You still should be good. Make sure it's hanging off enough so it doesn't get hung up. So once you're here, you're going to want to go ahead and start leaning into the ramp, and then at the same time you're going to be turning your front shoulder into the ramp so you can get that 90-degree turn into the coping. You can get away with not sliding your back truck off, but it's just way more comfortable and smooth because if you keep it up here, you have the possibility of keeping your body weight here and then hanging up like this. You're not going to have a good day. And another thing is when you're doing the axle stalls on the side and you're not quite up top yet, you might have I wouldn't call it an issue, but you keep sliding to doing like a 50/50. That's because you're doing your kick turns in a like soaring rainbow motion when you go up. Which is fine if you like that, but if you want an axle stall, you want to go straight up. Now if you're trying to get down your axle stalls on the top of the ramp, on the top of the coping, and you're having an issue of either losing your momentum and flying step back, or you're not making it up top completely, it's probably because you're learning your sideways 50/50s with a grinding motion. It's more of a 50/50 instead of an axle stall. So you want to go straight up the ramp. When you get up, a lot of the issues that when people are learning axle stalls is when they get up, the board is there, but their body keeps going backwards. So when you get up, you want to get into the habit of having your body over, which might be scary at first, but you want to lock in with your feet here and having your shoulders kind of in the ramp, not all the way, just on top of the coping. You want to change all your momentum from going up and over and locking in on top.